This is day 1194 of the Shulchan Yomi. Like to sponsor our share more of the Shulchan Yomi, please come me directly. We very greatly appreciate it. Today we are doing Yeridea, Simon Kuf Chaf, Sif Tezvav to Chaf. Tezvav. B'tfilozu, when you toivo kelim, posels chatzitza k'uchatfilos. The chatzitza, an interruption between the water and the vessel, is renders it unfit like any form of tefillah. Kol chatzitza, the general principle is the davar shemakbilas, thing which concerns you. Afilu milto, even if it's on the minority of the vessel, chotzeitz, it's an interruption. Shem makbil love, something which does not concern you. Eno chatzitza came rova kli mechum mechuseb. It's not chatzitza unless most of the vessels is covered. This k'mostam will come on to and raise base. Shakuris, the book B'chutz. If you have some it's a pot which has already been used and it's blackened on the outside, having definitely it's part and parcel of the wall of the vessel. V'darka b'chacha is normal. It's not in chatzitza. Which type of shon? But then with perik test mikvos leipos or kumkum b'chamin and can you shivshev. You should not toivel hot water heater with the coals inside unless you scrubbed it out. It's the Rambam explains it's a it's a vessel which you heat water. When there's water inside, the water extinguishes the coals. You have to scrub out the coals which are inside. And move them place spatially. They shouldn't cling to each other. That's the coals themselves. But the blackness which is on the pot, ain't a chatzitza is not considered chatzitza. Prektas mikvos. It's not. These are the things which are chatzitza by a glassware. Hazefes, pitch, v'amor. More is a type of incense. Not sure what it means here. Ayin sham, anything similar. Chaluda, a type of rust. Famous takim, famous shackling, whether type of a knife for other vessels. Have a chatzitza, it's interruption. Chaluda, come tefillah. That's how you must take off the rust before you do tefillah. If you already removed the rust, imakpira love. If it's something which concerns you, in other words, you want it removed. You didn't remove it on time, but you want it removed. If you scrubbed it, and you also put hot coals on a place where it is rusted, because the nishadai machu chaluda, and nevertheless there's some rust left, which can't get off in this manner. This is the definition of a minority which it doesn't concern you. The says it's not an interruption. The general principle of chatzitza is if you did tefillah scaling when there was a chatzitza, the tefillah is not effective. It's tzricha tefillah acheres has to be toiveled again. Test zayin. It's not perik the mikvos. Kol yorasakim shechnisus hogedarkon. Any handle of a vessel which you put in the not normal way, or shechnisus hogedarkon, or you put them in the normal way, v'lo mirkon. But you did klomar meaning shlo gamach no, so you didn't put them in fully. Or you put them fully in and they broke. Hare elu chotzitzin. They are interruption. This we see you have to toivel the handle of a vessel. We said seafood base. Even though there's no evidence from what we just spoke about, the b'sham who b'tumatara, there's a tumatara, and when the kli becomes tames, the yad becomes tame automatically. Which has to do with the usage inside. Nevertheless, the handle of the vessel, like the vessel, has to be toivel. Because of the kama, the steam and rage base, the others are kelim shein momdim lios kivuim. The handle which is not made to be permanently affixed, such when you put it in the wrong way, or didn't put it fully in, or broke it, and they put it in fully, but it broke. They're all chatzitza. Call the others any handle which broke. They have a similar usage to their original use, even though they're broken, they're not a chatzitza. If not chatzitza, akal shana. At the very least, we learn from here. The etzem hayad eino chotzitz. That the yad itself is not a chatzitza. If you leave a handle on a pot, even if it's a removable one, if it's always there, it's not a chatzitza. Near the feel like the yadu shalates. And it says, it seems even if the handle is made of wood, chain circle which does not have to be toivel, but klihu shel mateches, and the vessel is a metal, the tzrichel tefillah, which has to be toivel. Utocha at the core me'etzem akeli, and embedded in the handle is part of the keli itself. We have sakim like the handles of knives, etc. Ain chatzitza not chatzitza. Kamosha ain a chatzitza betum matara, so not a chatzitza by tum matara because that's the derech. Kolchem betfilas so to by tfilas kelim. Yud Zayin, also Shtamish Li Korban Tefillah, not allowed to use a kelim before you toivel it. You mava Shtamish a kelim below tefillah if you violated this halach and use it for tefillah. Lo nesar mashin Shtamish bo. It doesn't ask the food you made in it or used it for. Et pleno toivel it again. Vatam shlo nesar mashin Shtamish bo. The reason why whatever you use it for it doesn't become usher. The afilu bekli bin blias iser ben yomo. Even if you have a kli, which is balua beiser. It has absorbed Isser, and it's Ben Yom. It's in the first 24 hours. Shimesh, if you used it, something mutter in it, which is cold, the food doesn't become usher. Here, even hot is like cold. They can't believe it's Isser because there was no Belias Isser in the walls of the Keli. Ela who mitzvah ba'alma, shatortz v'sosanu. Tfilas kelim is a mitzvah that the Torah commanded us to do, independent of whether it's also or mutter to use the keli. In language of Shas seems to indicate that it's like kashering. Nevertheless, all rabbis agree the food does not come also by usage prior to tefillah. Also by for kelim which are usher, they have iser, which are bought from a non-Jew. Sicha gola libun or tefillah, which require besides the tefillah either hagola or libun, kashering by water or by fire. Machi loshen shon that tefillah to dafka achar hechsher. Sounds from the shas that you have to do tefillah specifically after the hechsher. He's given called Rabbi saying the vayichat tefillah tzarich l'soskin. All the rabbis agree that that's definitely the preferable way to do it. Do you have it? I feel hit according to hagola of a libun mutter. If you have it, even did the tefillah before you did the kashering, it's mutter. Kashering is for what's in balua. The tefillah is on what's outside. Became first Yerushalmi. Ain't a machal ne'asar b'tashmish shekoyin matfil, and it's supposed to Yerushalmi that the food does not become usher by usage prior to tefillas kelim. Yurches nira li the osam siakim al kupalim switchblades. It's pulled up. And shabazo osli kitziv not necessarily hermetic mechanism obviously. And shabazo osli b'tzir. The metal is put into a hinge. But which you put into a slit in the handle. So when you eat it, you open it. It doesn't work to toivel it when it's closed up. War is not getting into all of it. It's an interruption. So the post says you have to open up at the time you're toiveling. The koshkin is certainly the spoons and forks and knives, which are all made as one. They're all connected together. It's kind of like a pocket knife, made of a knife, a spoon, and a fork all together. They're like pulled together. But some sort of connector or chains or something, they're connected together. Basically, at the time you eat, you take it apart. It's the pork on you have to also take apart when you toivel them. Maybe if not, so toivel each one separately. If you toivel them when they're connected together, it's an interruption. Tefillah does not work for them. It's going to be another tefillah. Evidence for this is much as you in terms of things which are have knots in them. Any knot which you at regular intervals you untie. So that too basically you have to untie at time you're toiveling. You love it. If not, have chatzitza. Otherwise, interruption. As it says there, Shem Tzrichim, Shevo Boem Mayim. The water has to get into them. Hakesha Sheva Elushay Shevo Mayim. The things which the water must penetrate. Hakesha Sheva Parsakim, Sheva Kotev. some sort of shoulder and some sort of garment for the shoulder, some sort of not some sort of garment for the shoulder. Hulei v'shnan shansil shel sandal, something to do with the shoe. Hulei and sham. Kol shkein bezesh kol shebe'esav tashmishim heim and furadim. And certainly, um, that we wrote that if uh, if at the time you use them, they're separate. Should sichim the parking basis tefillah, you have to separate them at the time of tefillah. Because it sounds like a scissors comes apart. You have to teifel two parts separately. A kavachomer, which is not meant to be used as a scissor, but it's meant to be used as two parts. You test elbak bukim shows zuchis glass bars shemazim bem mashke, in which you put a beverage going butlin or plesser shapi and sar, which have narrow mouths. Tzurich ways that it doesn't test on seeing after when you teifel them, put them on their side. Today she goes to my mind so the water can get in. Because then don't completely inside the mikvah. But if you put in the water with its mouth facing down, the water is never going to reach the bottom, inside bottom of the keli. The double saying bar of Mishnah Sham is clear confident. Mishnah Sham is him resh based on Sham. Nearly, seems to me the mayim she'uvin. If you fill full of water, which is not kosher for tefillah. And now the water in the mikveh is touching the water inside the bottle. How it feel? That works. It's like the concept of ashaka, where you put some tame water next to Torah water in the mikveh, and it makes it. It's connected, and it's okay. You're allowed to type one keli inside another keli. If the outer one has the size of a shefer which is a tube which two fingers can go around, he says here. I can stay exposed. Shayat, like two fingers of the hand. Hasamuchin la godel, which are the ones which are next to the thumb. These two. Chosers little bit and go back and forth in the width. Berevach with space to spare, b'toch a neck of inside the hole. You should be careful that the inner keli is loose inside the outer keli, so that it doesn't create chatzitza by sitting on it. You shouldn't stick knives into a bucket to tevel them. Stick in like it's a pincushion. There's no, the feel is not going to be effective for the tops of the knives. Also, the inner keli is heavy. Inside the outer one. It's not going to get tefillah where it's lying on top of the other one, and it's interruption. Brackets, he says, if ein Schatz comes in the Dav, nearly the Din Zelo Shach, because whatever he says, saying you should the Shach, he says, always need to Shach. No, I don't know what the Shach says, I'm fan. When we time Chatzitza, on account of this reason of Chatzitza, it's certainly Zashi Akli roughly beyond the Shatz. When you're holding on to a keli and dunking the mikveh, you can't hold it with a tight grip. If you hold it with a tight grip in your hand, have a chatzitza. Your hand is the chatzitza. But if you moisten your hand with water, first in the chuch is not a problem. It's only if you moisten your hands in mikveh water. Not water which is severed from the mikveh. We're talking about the other posts can reject his words. Right? Time the reason I moisten his hand, it's effective because the liquid on his hand unifies with the water of the mikveh. Ain't got chatzitza. You can't gam mayim plushim. So that's supposed to be true about water which is not connected. But since now his hand is inside the mikveh, the water in his hand became combined with the water of the mikveh. Because that's shaka, the touching of the water is sheba shas, where water connects to water. Something which is moist and it can moisten something else. That's considered to be chibur, connection. So not doesn't have to be a block of water. It has to be moisture which can make something else feel moist. The Specifically, when there is not something which is interrupts between this water and the water in the mikveh, it's not effective. But there's no hefsek shapir havichi where it's connected and it works. Yeshu shetiret. So those answers. The came in the maim elu bola fukim mitaras chatzitza. Since this water comes to take away the chalei shem chatzitza, tzorich you need she dafka may mikveh. That's specifically mikveh water. Ve'nemul klasana suro. The akate area maim mechubarim zelozeh. Water is connected to each other. Evshalamar could say the Kim, the other Mudak Lakeli, his hand is pressing on the vessel. And they're approaching Chatzitza, we say, we're just saying the water in his hands like mikvah water, and King Shamayim Plushim, the water is severed from the ground. Then there's interruption to them in the mikvah water, by the pressing in of the hand. But this is true. The ain't circle rifion yadayim. Even though you don't have to be completely loose, it should not be completely tight. Elahidu kal, a light tightness. But I can't define it. I want to be careful about this. So therefore, you buy a basket of Ramah, it has to be mikveh water. You should not deviate. Okay, there's a brackets here which says something's in a move on, but without seeing inside, it's not move on to us either. That's it for today.